Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kavani, but you can call me Kay. Most of my family and my friends do. Welcome to my channel. This is just an introduction of what is to come. So this channel is going to be dedicated to every and anybody who pretty much is on a journey in finding themselves, a journey for financial freedom, a journey for financial wealth, a journey on being an entrepreneur, being a mom, self-educating, and just a space where we can discuss so many of the things happening in the world. There are thousands and thousands of YouTube channels where people talk about money, where people talk about beauty. They talk about a lot of things. I've watched so many of them. I've been inspired by so many of them. I guess what I was looking for in a lot of the channels that I watched, I didn't find was somebody that looked natural like me. And please, this is not this is not an attack on anybody who does YouTube channels that wears makeup, that wears wigs or weaves, etc. It is not an attack. I envy the girls on YouTube that can do their makeup so flawlessly. I can't do it. I'm crap. I've tried and I realize I just don't have the gift of I don't have the gift of the art in makeup. Maybe one day I'll get it. Who knows? Let's see. But I guess I just wanted somebody, I wanted to be able to see somebody on YouTube that I can relate to, somebody who was very simple in their everyday form. So somebody that looked like I could achieve, something similar. So, and when I say that, I mean that in an example of a lot of the YouTubers I watched that were amazing, inspired me, very, very driven. Again, they could get up and, put their face together. That's something that's just not realistic for me in my life anyway. But also because I'm not a makeup person every morning. I do wear makeup if I'm going out. And even with that, it's very, very light and limited because I ain't got the skills. So it would just be really, really nice to see that it's okay to be natural. Or, today I've got nothing on my face outside of my cocoa butter. My lips is just my everyday cheap and cheerful lip gloss. The only thing I did do, I was a good girl. I really went out of my way for the beginning of this journey and I put mascara. You can't even tell. But that's because I really don't have lashes. If you see this eye, you'll see that I've got a gap here. So when I was younger, I had chickenpox and the chickenpox literally decided to grow and, close my eyelids. And I ended up plucking it off and it ran away with all my lashes right there. You can see it right there. So, but yeah, I managed to put on, mascara, as I said, very, very limited and very, very simple. And again, as I said, wearing makeup doesn't make you unrelatable. It doesn't make you a bad person. I think a lot of the girls that do makeup on YouTube are absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. And I just wish I had their skill, but I don't. But again, as I said, it's not realistic in my lifestyle because a lot of the times I work from home. And when I never used to work from home, I used to be in the community, in healthcare. I wasn't seeing anybody that, I needed to put on the makeup for. So I just wanted somebody, that wasn't so focused on being so well put together. Because a lot of the people I follow and really, really like on YouTube that are really inspiring, they are at a stage in their life where they've it seems like they've kind of got their life well put together. I, on the other hand, I don't. So I guess my channel really and truly is for anybody who's on a journey. I am going to allow the cameras to see the ups, the downs and the in-betweens because a lot of the times, we live in this generation where we only show the good side of everything. We don't show the sad side. We don't show the bad side. It's like a taboo subject. We're not allowed to talk about it. So my channel is, for anybody who's on a journey, whether it's in business, whether it's trying to get out of debt, whether it's, you're about to be a new mom or a new dad or anything, or just a space where we can talk politics. Politics is a sensitive subject. So I'm gonna tread carefully. No, that's a laugh. I do love talking about politics, what's happening around the world. You know, what's happening in the UK, what's happening in Iran, in America, in Israel, etc. But again, so I said my podcast, I want it to be something that is relatable for a lot of people that have got journeys. We show all the good side. We talk about motivation, but a lot of the times we forget to say that motivation is so short lived, and what we really need is discipline. Discipline is everything. So I come to you undisciplined. I am not disciplined. I try to wake up early. I try to be up by 5:30. I have good days where I'm up by 5:30. I have days where it's like it's 9 o'clock. And there's a battle that goes on in my mind. Get up, get up. And it's like, oh no, you're okay. You work for yourself, just a few more minutes, a few more minutes. Then you've got the other voice that's like, you're going to fail. You ain't going to get nowhere if you keep staying in bed. And it's just like, ugh. So I know there's a lot of people that experience that, but I feel like at the moment we're kind of just told, keep going, keep going, keep going. And within the community and within the society, should I just say, in general, we don't embrace failure. So I'm having to learn to accept some of my failures. I'm having to learn that my days are not always going to go according to plan, but the most important thing is that I start off. I'm having to learn to re-educate myself because I do believe that all these years of my life, I've definitely been indoctrinated to think one way. So now I'm more open, I'm understanding, I'm asking questions, I'm trying to think outside the box. So the channel will be looking at so many different things. When it comes to beauty, I guess the only tips and tricks that I'll be able to give you guys is my hair journey. So I'm currently on a hair journey where I was really, really stupid. I wore loads of wigs and I went to hairdressers who literally ripped my hairline. They ran away with my hairline. That's what I'm going to say. They ran with my hairline. And it's been an absolute journey trying to get it back. The camera doesn't really pick it up, but when I show you the before, I will put a picture up of the before. And this is me now. Today is the 21st of October, 2025. So this is as current as it gets. This is a lot of hair. And for anyone that's going to think, oh my God, you're trying to bring your hairline back. Why have you tied your hair tight? My hair is not tight. I did this hair. So I don't do hair for other people, but I do my own hair. So I did my own single plaits, literally breaking my hand, doing it all over, because I realized that I'm able to manage on how tight I know when it's too tight and I loosen up. I find that when I used to go to hairdressers, they'll be doing it tight and I'll try and be really, really polite and say, oh, it's a bit tight. And they'll be like, oh no, it's not tight. And then I lose my voice. So I've stopped going to pretty much hairdressers, but also my hairdresser that I had for about 16 years, she stopped doing hairdressing after having a big surgery. So Faith Hair Salon no longer exists. So I found a new hairdressers who has been really, really good. I do like them. Really expensive, but very, very good. And sorry, that's just work emails coming through. They're really expensive, but they're really, really good. And the lady Solange who does my hair, she is so mindful and so attentive and takes time when she braids my hair to make sure that it's not tight. She'll ask me every step of the way, do I need to loosen? I'll say yes or no. And I guess all the stuff that I've been doing has really, really helped. I will go into it more when I do videos on my hair journey. I don't want to bore you guys on it now. I will do a video about my hair journey where I will show loads of pictures of the before. Don't laugh and don't judge. No judging. This is a safe space. So no judging. I will show you, it was literally bold, whereas now when I touch it, the camera won't really pick up on it, but I've got loads of what we would call bum fluffs. So there's some hairline coming back there. So yeah, I'm on a hair journey, natural. I'm so much more conscious of what I put in my hair. Again, and I want to support smaller businesses. Do you know, I am looking at my camera, and I'm like, my plants are dying. I love my lilies. They are my favorite. But yeah, they're coming to the end of their life. So yeah, I tend to buy myself flowers every other week. So when these go, then I get new ones. So yeah, I just noticed it. Sorry. Going back on topic. So I'm on my hair journey. And as I was saying, I'm very, very conscious now of what I put into my hair, what I eat, what I use. Before I was just, okay, it says shea butter or it's cocoa butter or avocado oil, whatever it is, I'll take it. Whereas now, oh no, honey, we take time to Google, ChatGPT. We take time to know what all those funny looking names that none of us can pronounce. We take time to read and understand what is in there. So I've had to do a lot of research. I've had to really put in effort, time, and energy. And trying to grow your hair or your hairline, it's not just what you put on outside, it's also inside, it's also stress and all of those. So as I said, I will go into it. I will go into it more when I do other videos that are specifically for my hair journey. I am on a health journey. I am a size 10, 12. I'm not a smoker. I can't tell you the last time I had a drink. I'm not a heavy drinker either. But again, when I say health journey, you can be slim and unhealthy. I used to say I am the most unhealthy, skinny person that ever lived because I would be so out of breath by the time I get to the top of the stairs. So I've had to go back to the gym, and I'm still finding my way. I am still finding my way around the gym using, trying to not be afraid to ask, how do I use this machine? How do I do this? And the gym can be such a scary place because you see all these men and all these women, they all look like they know what they're doing. Everybody's like, and then you go in there and you're just like, yeah, let me not drop one of these weights on my toes. So for me, the gym is a really scary place for me just because I lack gym confidence. Let's just call it what it is. I lack gym confidence. So for me, it's been a journey. But it's a journey that I'm enjoying. I've been on and off. And like I said, I can't tell you that, this is my routine. I haven't built a routine. I am just trying. And my trying starts with just being able to go. As I said, I'm currently in a place in my life where there's a battlefield going on between what I know is good for me, where I want to be, and what is comfort and what I think I can get away with. So every day I'm battling on just go. But every day my mind will tell me, it's okay, you can start tomorrow. Today might be, let's say, for example, Wednesday, and I'll be telling myself, don't worry, Monday will start Monday. And Monday never comes. So that's where I am with that. But I'm trying to go gym. I go with my boys. So I've got two boys. Tyler and Terrell. One is 19. He's going to be 20 next year. I have a grown child. And my youngest, my last born, is Terrell, who is 16, and he's going to be 17 in December. And to be honest, my youngest one, he is I would call him the motivator of the family, because when we go gym, come on, mum, you can do one more set. I'm just like, right, I ain't going to let these small children show me up. I'm a sore loser. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm a sore loser. So a lot of times I'm just like, we'll do one more set just to prove that I still got it. Because my kids be calling me old. I'm not that old. I don't think I am anyway. I don't believe I am. Listen, you are as old as you feel. I am proud to say I am 36. I am 36? Yes, I'm 36, and I will be turning 37 on the 24th of November. So, we look all right for basically 37. We look all right. Ain't got no bags under my eye. Well, hey, So that's my health fitness journey. I've also started spending a lot of money and understanding, vitamins, getting me and my boys on some really good daily vitamins. My youngest son went through a phase where just before he did his GCSEs, he was falling asleep in class, and he does a lot of sports because he wants to be a tennis player, so he plays a lot of tennis. And what we didn't know was how deficient he was on vitamin D until he got really sick, ended up in hospital, did bloods, only to find out that he was really, really deficient. And so he was on a prescription for about 3-4 months. So all of that kind of made me become so much more conscious. I used to do a lot of vitamin shopping in Holland and Barrett. Again, I am not knocking them. Please, I'm not knocking them, and I am not qualified to tell you what to take and not take. I can only share with you my tips, my tricks, and information that I found. A lot of the vitamins I was taking from Holland and Barrett's, again, I was just buying because it says it's vitamin and it's good for you. It's got this, it's got that. What I wasn't trying to do was do blood tests, see what I'm doing okay with, what I'm struggling with, and what I need to do better, rather than just taking for taking's sake. That's the first thing. Secondly, when I really got into this awoke, this, I won't call it awoke, but more conscious, should I say. I became more conscious of the vitamins I was taking. I started researching what I was buying from Holland and Barrett, and what I realized was a lot of what I was buying had, fillers, and fillers I don't need. So I changed where I buy a lot of my vitamins, the brands I use, and literally went for the one that was really, really clean. Going very, very clean means very, very expensive. That's the downfall of it. But you know what? What I will say is there's no price on your life. Life is precious. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. There are other substitutes. For me, it was very, very important because I needed to make sure that what I was taking in my body was purely what I needed, not taking in, let's say, for example, 20% of something good and then the other 80% was junk. It just defeats the whole purpose of you taking those vitamins in the first place. So I started shopping from Health. Again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Again, I'm just sharing with you what is working for me or what I've noticed and what I like. So I've started shopping my vitamins from Health. Quite expensive, but you can tell the difference in quality, like pure good quality. It took me about 3 hours of my life that I'm never going to get back to sit down and literally go through my blood results and then go through the vitamins I needed, ask ChatGPT to explain which ones were the fillers, which one was the natural ingredients, etc., and what other options they were. And I finally was able to do it, and I was really, really proud that I got to do it. We spend a lot of times on so many things, whether it's PlayStation, whether it's scrolling on social media and having a laugh. And I think it's really important to just spend that little bit of time investing in yourself. And when I say invest, that is my doorbell going. I am so sorry.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, so I'm back. As you heard, my doorbell went off on my first take and I was on such a roll. So yeah, just finishing off on what I said again. I will go into all these different topics and dig in a bit further when I do different videos based on my journey with my health, the vitamins, where I shop, etc. I will go into more details about my hair journey on different videos. I will go into my tips, tricks, things that I do that work for me that might not always work for you. As I said, this is a safe space where we can all share and bounce ideas from each other. If you're looking for perfection, it's not in this channel. If you're looking for somebody who's got their life ready-made and has reached where they want to reach in life, this is not the channel. So I will say again and just reiterate that my channel is my journey, and I'm hoping to gain followers who are also on their journey, or those who haven't started their journey but just need that kick that push, that big sister, that friend, that's somebody who kind of inspires them to want to start their journey. And everybody's journey is going to look really, really different. So I'm hoping that you're able to get as much information. I will share as much as I know, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. Please bear in mind, we are all individuals, and what might work for me might not work necessarily for you. But if you find something that works for you, please share. You know, as I said, I would love to create an amazing community filled with people that are mentors, motivators, people that are experienced in the gym. As I said, look, I am not gym confident. So if there's anyone that's in my local area that wants to offer to show me around the gym, I would be ever so grateful. If anybody's got tips on things that has worked for them, for their hair, I'm happy to share it on the channel. So as I said, again, I will not continue to ramble on, but I will say a big, massive thank you. If you have stayed all the way to the end of me rambling on, thank you so much. As I said, like, subscribe, and let's get this community going. And if you're not following, please do follow me on all my social medias. I will put the links below. Until I see you guys, have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wherever you are. Stay blessed.